I have Archbishop Mitty High School with me, Bill Hutton, the head coach. Welcome, thanks for your time. You're welcome. A fantastic evening for the sport, for the league. What does it mean to the school to be involved in this?
Well, I'm glad that they included us. I think it's nice to be among the chosen teams that were asked here tonight. But, more importantly, I think it's a great attempt to kind of unify our valley and our area and get a lot of schools together. I think it's a great idea, and it's a great event.
Speaking of schools, who do you feel is the biggest threat this season?
Whoever's next on our schedule. We try to play as tough a schedule as we can, and we try not to really, worry about who we're playing, but just try to play the best we can. But, in our league, everybody's good.
Well, that's sometimes a good thing. And what about you? What have you been working on in the off season?
In the off season, I was playing football, so that definitely helped with my strength. And then besides that, I tried to get out on the field as much as I can, work on my defensive skills as well as my offensive skills. I just want to do the best I can to provide for my team and hopefully get some wins on the field.
So are you a football player or a baseball player?
I'm a baseball player.
Through and through?
Yep.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years, I see myself working hard, helping out my dad with construction, and hopefully still playing baseball.
Fantastic. Now, what players in your team do the other teams need to look out for this season?
Well, they got to look out for Spencer. He's probably our top returning player, plays shortstop for us, and I think we'd be in big trouble if we didn't have him. I think we have a really deep pitching staff. I think we have 7 or 8, even 9 guys that could pitch significant innings for us. So I think there's some names that might not be household names yet, but will possibly be household names by the end of the season.
Well, speaking of returning players, did most of them return? Did you lose a number of players, or?
Well, I think it's somewhat misleading. I think I was counting while we were waiting to come on. I think we could say that we had, 5 returning starters, but I think each of those guys has somebody pushing them that could, make them have to really work to stay in the lineup. So I think there's going to be a lot of competition for spots, and we have to wait for some time to go by before we, finalize.
Spencer mentioned earlier that he's been working on his offensive and defensive game. What do you focus most on?
Well, right now at this time of the year, we're just trying to make cuts. We have 3 teams, and we're just finishing that process, and just fundamentals. I mean, we're going to have, I think, really well pitched games. So I think defense and base running are the next things that we're going to try to focus on. But with the weather being so good, it's you almost feel guilty if you don't spend all your time hitting, because when the weather's not good, you can't get on the field. You have to stay in the cage. So the fact that we've got to get through the tryouts, combined with the good weather, I wish we were out there hitting more.
How do you prepare the team mentally for a game?
Well, you hope that you just do a good job in practice and that you have a even keel and calm team that just treats it like any other day. But you work on the mental side of the game. We have a team event coming up this weekend where we're going to bring in an outside person to help us with some of those mental parts of the game. And you hope that some of your older guys can lead by example, and hopefully you have a couple vocal leaders that can lead some of the younger guys. But pretty much you'll pull out all the stops to try and prepare your team mentally for the season.
Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much. Spencer, good luck for the season. Thank you for your time.